right time. Because Kama Sutra and Maxim, the best thing to happen to men, well, since women, is ready to give you a night of absolute pleasure. This is the official launch of the Maxim Sex and Relationship Annual Special Edition. And let me just tell you, Maxim needs absolutely no introduction. It is, of course, the best-selling men's magazine all across India. But the question is, what makes Maxim the best thing to happen to men since women? Well, the answer, first of all, is you. It's your ideas, it's your intelligence, it's your psyche, and of course, it is your belief that hotness is global, youthfulness is global, you are global, and you are Maxim. And Maxim is all about hot-blooded Indian men. I can appreciate that, let me just tell you. And without further ado, it is also about a tribute to the hottest women on the face of this planet. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to raise the temperature because it is about to get sizzling up in here. It is about time to unveil the Sex and Relationship Annual Special Edition with none other than the cover girl herself. This woman is seriously sexy. She is devilishly delicious. Put your hands together for Amisha Patel. Amisha Patel.
Wow.
Hi Amisha, how are you feeling today?
Well, as usual, it's always a pleasure to be the cover girl for Maxim. And this being my third time, I think a lot of people are happy that I'm on the cover.
Absolutely, that is for sure. Now, Amisha, I would also like to invite on stage Mr. Vivek Parekh, who's the editor of Maxim magazine. Now, I have to tell you, this magazine cover has been on television, it's been in the newspaper, it has been absolutely everywhere. And Amisha, it is time for you to unveil the cover right here today. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the unveiling of the Sex and Relationship Annual Edition. I would also like to invite on stage Mr. Ranjan Mohan, the director and head of RKN. Now, Amisha, the question is, are you, Maxim, ready to answer some questions?
I'm always ready.
Okay, since you are the definition of sexy here tonight, I have to ask you, how do you define sexy?
I think sexy is an attitude. Sexy is in your smile. Definitely sexy is about being fit and being comfortable in your skin. But sexiness is an attitude, for sure.
And how would you describe Maxim?
I think Maxim is maximum sexy. And I think the name suits it because it's Maxim. And it has defined sexiness with a lot of class rather than just in your face. It's got a lot of sensuality, it's got a lot of, it doesn't expect a woman to be skinny. It's more about a woman being a woman, having the curves in the right place, and also focusing a lot on her face. You know, and that's what's really beautiful about Maxim.
And when you feel Maxim ready, what does that mean?
It means you're ready for a hot shoot like this.
I like the sound of that. What's the experience like being shooting thrice with Maxim now?
Wow. The first time was about, I think 8 years ago, 7 years ago. 7 years ago, and I was terribly nervous because I hadn't gotten out of my cute, bubbly girl next door image to break into my sexy diva image. And I was actually very apprehensive about shooting it, and Maxim insisted. They said, you know, we've been getting a lot of SMSs and calls and requests that we want Amisha on your cover, we want Amisha on your cover. And I kept delaying it, and I said, no. And I remember with dread, I woke up with fear that morning that I was shooting for this, and was I Maxim ready? And the cover turned out really, really nice, and so did the inside interview and the pictures. And I was told that they never repeat a Maxim cover girl again. And I got a call in 2008 again, and this time they said, you know, by popular demand, the men want you back on the cover. And I was like, wow, you know, and they said that, Amisha, you got to believe it, that the first Maxim that you were on was completely a sellout. So we'd like you on the cover again. And at that point, I was doing this film called Thora Pyar Thora Magic, which had this very sexy song called Lazy Lamhe. And I thought it would be a great thing for me to club it with Maxim coming out at that same time. And I did that shoot with Tabu. And it was very different because it was more of night suits and cute pajamas and bed sheets, and it was very baby dollish. And then again I get a call now in 2013 that by popular demand they want you back again. So on this time is for the anniversary issue, which is not going to be on the stands for 1 month, 2 months, but 3 months. And I was like, oh my God, that's a lot of pressure and a lot of magazines to sell. So, but it's exciting. And I think I arrived for this shoot even more nervous than I had the first time. Because it being one of their special editions and, you know, a huge issue and all that, I was like, look, I better be bloody good. And the results are for everyone to see and judge now.
Just look bloody good.
Do you see yourself up as the cover of Maxim? What are you thinking? Because we all know what we're thinking.
I'm like, that's not me. Where is this duplicate that's roaming around? Find her.
We love it, and that's why you've come 3 times now for the cover of Maxim.
Actually, yeah.
And last of all, I have to ask you, what is it that makes Maxim the what is it that makes Maxim the best thing to happen to men since women?
Well, women like me on the cover, obviously.
Obviously.
They can't have us, they can't touch us, but they can feel us through this.
We do.
Absolutely. And now that brings me to Mr. Vivek, the editor of Maxim.